Okay, it's time for some piano. Hi, friends! Happy Friday! It's time for some piano today, and I'm really excited because we are nearing the end of our book. It's so exciting, and I'm so happy that you've been able to join me on this journey. It's been a lot of fun, hasn't it? Yes, all right. Well, before we get started, let's do a couple things, okay? Make sure to like and share this video so that everybody knows that it's time for your piano lesson today, okay? The next thing you can do, of course, is go ahead and subscribe because subscribing is the easiest thing you can do to support me, as well as super easy for you to find out when the next piano lesson is coming, okay? So turn on the little bell and hit subscribe, okay? Next, I have a Discord server, and I talk about our Discord server all the time because that is really where the magic happens, okay? That is the place where we are building our piano learning community. It's super supportive and super positive so that you are surrounded by people who are rooting for you the whole way, okay? You get to post videos in your class channel and get feedback from me on your piano progress. So join us on Discord, okay? And then, of course, our last thing is our Patreon, right? So I love Patreon. It has been such a wonderful tool and platform for me as a creative person to monetize my creativity. You guys get to benefit from all of the bursts of energy and creativity that I have, and you are actually able to help me with that because you can support me monthly through a regular donation, right? So you get to pick a tier that works for you between $5 a month up to $90 a month if I still have spots available for some private lessons. And I think I have just a couple. So if you're looking for those, go ahead and sign up on Patreon, okay? Thank you very much. Okay, it's time to get to the music though now, right? Go ahead and pull out your lesson book. Yeah, all right. We are so ready for some piano. Now, last week, we had learned that second half of French Lullaby, right? So on page 67, we had a really good representation of what it's like to play with two left-hand positions, right? It was kind of tricky. But I know some of the videos I've been seeing on Discord are really great. So I know that you are understanding the concept, which is excellent, okay? So in order for you to feel comfortable about your French lullaby, I'll switch to piano view and we will play through together, okay? You got this, okay? Here we go. All right. So there's our piano view. Whee! Very nice. Very cool. Now, like I said, this French lullaby has two left-hand positions, okay? But the first position we start with is a G position. So I'm going to find that D near my middle C and fan out my left-hand fingers. Then I'll take my right hand and put it where my G position normally is, okay? There is my position, okay? Now, when we shift down and transition to C position for the left hand, you'll see me shift my left hand down to C position. But remember, there's a catch. Our finger 2 will be on that F sharp, okay? Because we are in G major. So let me shift that left hand back to G position and let's play through French Lullaby, okay? Remember, it's got some really interesting directions with repeats and da capo al fines and ritardandos and all kinds of things, so pay close attention. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, ready, and play. And there it is. Oh, how great was that? That was great. Round of applause. We need a 1 second party. Yes, we're going to do a 1 second party and a cheer because it's so magnificent that we have gotten through this song. All right, you ready? 1 second party. 1 second party. You know my 1 second parties are always longer. All right, so let's do a cheer too. Okay, let me think. Ooh. It's been a while since we've done the satellite cheer. Do you feel like doing the satellite cheer? It's so much fun and it's very silly. Okay, satellite cheer. You ready? Satellite cheer. Beep, 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 beep. Isn't it funny? Yes, one of my students came up with that one. So thank you, Bradley. That's such a silly one. But you did so well on French Lullaby. I'm so happy. Now, if you're not totally satisfied with yours, that's okay. Keep it, right? Keep practicing. And I can review it anytime you're ready for my ears and my eyes to watch, okay? Awesome. Let's turn the page if you're ready. So on page 68, we have a new piece here, right? Yeah, but guess what? It's 2 pages long. Oh my gosh, it's such a long song. It's called Sonatina, okay? Now this is fantastic because this is really starting to introduce us to some of the structure of some of the classical pieces that we will be learning, right? The Sonatina is one of those pieces. It follows a specific formula, okay? And that means we have a section A, right? And then we switch to a section B. It sounds different, right? And then we always go back and listen to our section A again. It follows the pattern. A, B, A. Isn't that fantastic? So technically, if you learn A and B, then you already know the last A section too. So, whee! That's a good thing. All right, so this one's really great too because it now is going to be introducing us how to move our right hand to another position in the middle of a song, right? Yeah, you know, like French Lullaby, we moved the left hand and then moved it back. We're going to be doing this with the right hand now. We're going to start in a position, and then our right hand is going to move positions and then go back to the original position, okay? Let's see if we can figure this out together, okay? Now, I grabbed my pencil because I love having my pencil handy. It is like my magic pencil. I get to write all my notes down and everything and different things that help me remember, okay? So let's talk a little bit. Now, I see there's a blue box under the title. It says, Key of C major. That's awesome. You see, it's pointing to like an empty space before the time signature, but after the clef, okay? That empty space right there. I don't see any sharps. I don't see any flats. So that's telling us we will be in C major, okay? That is our key because there's no sharps or flats, okay? That's a really good tip, okay? I'm going to put a star next to it. Next, I see our tempo. Ooh, do you remember our tempos? We have allegro moderato. That's pretty fast, isn't it? Yeah, remember allegro is like cheetah fast, but moderato is kind of like our bunny rabbit, right? So it's like something in between. Maybe like a horse. That's something in between, right? A little bit faster than a rabbit, but slower than a cheetah, right? So think of a racehorse, okay? I also see our time signature. We've got 3/4 times. So we have how many beats a measure? Ding, 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 ding. 3 beats a measure, okay? I also see our dynamic sign. It says at the very beginning, piano. So we're going to play nice and quietly, okay? It's not going to be starting very loud. But then I see as we go across the first line, there's that big crescendo you knew was coming, huh? Yes, very good. So we will be having a nice crescendo, okay? Now let's take a look at our hands and see what position we're going to be in, okay? we'll use some key notes to help us figure that out. All right, so looking here, I'm going to start with my right hand, and I see finger 5 is also on the second line from the bottom of the treble staff. That's telling me I'm going to be in C position because I put my pinky on that G, okay? Let me switch to piano view so I can show you. Okay, so there it is, the very first right hand note. Second line of the staff, right? And it says I'm going to have my pinky finger 5 there, okay? So naturally that puts the rest of my fingers in C position, okay? So we're starting there with that G. Now the second measure, it looks like it's going down a third. So from G, we go down to E. Then we go down another third to C. Up a third because it's another line note. Back to E. Very good. Now on that second line, from the E, it looks like it's going to a space note instead, and it's the very first space note. So that's going to be my F. Now we're going down to another space note that looks like it's going to be the D underneath the staff. And then up a step to my E. It's the first line of the treble staff. Ooh, and it's tied. That's pretty good. Let's play those first 2 lines. I'll count off and let's play it together. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, ready, and play. 1, 2, 3, E, 2, 3, C, 2, 3, E, 2, 3, up to F, 2, 3, down to D, 2, 3, up to E, 2, 3, hold, 2, 3. Excellent! You just did an amazing job. Listen to you. You're so good. So we're going to keep that same energy though, okay? So let's look at the next 2 lines at the top of page 69. We're going to just do the right hand, okay? See if you notice anything similar between those 2 lines and the ones that we just played, okay? Use those eyes and ears. Here we go. All right, at the top of 69. Hey, that note looks familiar. That first right hand note is on the second line from the bottom of the treble staff. That's my G. I know that because the curlicue is wrapping around it. So that's my pinky finger 5 again. All right. Down a third to E. There it is. Down to C. Now it's going up a third back to E. Excellent. Now on that second line, we're going up to the first space of the treble staff. That's my F. Now we go down under the staff to a D. And look at our last note there on the end of the second line. It's a middle C. And it's tied. Very good. Now let's play those 2 lines on the top of 69. Again, I will count off. Here we go, my friends. 1, 2, 3, ready, and play. G, 2, 3, E, 2, 3, C, 2, 3, E, 2, 3, up to F, 2, 3, skip to D, 2, 3, C, 2, 3, tie to rest. Hey, that was pretty good. That was really good. Now, did you notice the similarities between those? It looks like it's starting with very, very similar notes. They're almost the same. We've got G, E, C, E. F, D, E. Now let's look at those next 2 lines. G, E, C, E. F, D, C. So all of the notes are the same except the last one, okay? The ones that are tied. You see the tied notes at the bottom of page 68? Yeah, when I circle it, it looks like one of those happy whales. He's like staring at you. Hey. And then again, on the second page, the second line, another set of tie notes. Those are C's though. And it does look like a happy whale. I have to show you. It's so cute. Take a look at our happy whale. Hello, happy whale. There it is. See, the dotted half notes are the I's. And when I circle it, there he is. And the tie is the smile. Okay. Now that was cute. Now we've learned the right hand of these first 4 lines of Sonatina. Okay? That's great. But that's only half of it. We gotta learn the left hand, don't we? Yes, we do. Now, you can actually put a double bar at the end of that second line on page 69 because that's where we're going to stop for today's learning, okay? We're not going to learn the second half of the song until next week because it gets a little complicated, okay? Let's go back to the beginning and look at that left hand now, okay? Now, I see a lot of eighth notes. Do you see a bunch of eighth notes? I see a bunch, and they're very, very cool. They must go pretty quickly, huh? Because when they're set underneath a dotted half note, that's going to be a bunch of eighth notes that add up to the same value as that dotted half note. I'm counting, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 eighth notes. 6 eighth notes equal 1 dotted half note. Yeah, that's a bunch of notes, okay? I'm going to switch to piano view so we can play this left-hand section together, okay? Here we go. All right, my friends. So starting with a finger 5, and it looks as if we're starting in a C position. There we go. Excellent. Very good. Ooh, I also see it says the word legato. So we're going to do our best to play nice and smooth. Our right foot is going to be on that damper pedal if you've got one on your piano or keyboard. All right, so let's see how this sounds. Pretty quick, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, ready, and play. C, G, E, G, E, G, C, G, E, G, E, G, C, E, E, C, E, E. Now that was the top line. It sounded cool with that pedal. It really did. But let me take a break from the pedal so you can hear how all of those notes work together, okay? I'm only going to say a few notes now, okay? You got this. 1, 2, 3, ready, and play. C, E, E. C, E. Very good. Now that was the top line of our sonatina, okay? Now on the second line, it gets a little bit different. You know why? For one, I see that the finger number changed. That means that something's happening, okay? When we analyze it a little bit more intensely here, I see that the first note in the left hand has changed. It's not going to be a C anymore. It's on the middle line of the bass staff, and it is a D because that's where my finger 4 is. Okay? My pattern has changed as well. We're playing melodic seconds now. And there's no pedal in these two measures. Okay? Now the second half of line 2, back to our regular position. C, G, E, G, E, G. And the pedal's back too. So let's play through line 2 and see if we can get it, all right? Let's do it. Lovely job, everybody. Let's get into position. We have our left hand in our C position, and we're starting with the finger 4 now at the beginning of line 2 of Sonatina on page 68. Let me count off and let's see how it sounds, okay? 1, 2, 3, ready, and play. D, G, F, G, F, G, D, G, F, G, F, G. Back to C, G, E, G, E, G. Very good. So that's the first 2 lines of Sonatina. Now let's do a challenge. Are you up for a challenge? I want you to sight read line 3 and 4, or lines 1 and 2 on page 69, okay? By sight read, that means you've never really seen it before. But I want you to use your skills from finding the notes on the first page to see if there's any patterns that exist on both of those pages, okay? See if they look and sound similar, okay? You can do this. All right, we're gonna start at the top of page 69, left hand, and it looks like a C. I'll give you the very first note, okay? Here we go, my friends. 1, 2, 3, ready, and play. C. Now, how did you do? Did you sight read that okay? Was it a little confusing? Did you find a pattern? I bet you did. You're very good at analyzing all of your music and all of those lines and spaces on the staff. I know sometimes they can be confusing, but with a really good eye, you'll be able to figure out exactly what those notes are supposed to be, okay? I believe in you. All right, my friends, let's see now if we can try and play lines 1 through 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, of the left hand by itself, okay? All right, and then we're gonna try it hands together, okay? Only if you're ready, but that's okay. You can always listen to me play it, okay? All right, here we go. Left hand only, starting at the beginning. Here we go. I am in C position, beginning with the finger 5 pinky on my C. We're starting nice and piano, okay? So try and put a little bit of dynamics in there too. Big crescendos and diminuendos. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, ready, and play. And there is the left hand. See, I told you. Isn't it fun to be able to figure out these things on our own? Well, I mean, I'm here to help you too, but you're doing it all on your own at home. Isn't it a fantastic feeling? It's always exciting to get new songs. Okay, my friends, so we are going to try to play this hands together, only if you're ready, okay? If you don't want to try hands together yet, that's okay, all right? There's nothing wrong with that. I recommend using that pencil or your finger and go across the music as I am playing so you can hear and see those note differences on the staff, okay? You got this, my friends. Let's do it. Okay, so Sonatina. C position, right foot on my pedal. I am ready to go. Let's count off. 1, 2, 3, ready, and play. And there it is, right? Very good. Bravo. That was so fun. Okay, so with 1 week of practice, you will be able to play the first half of Sonatina. Now, did you notice that we actually didn't quite move our right hand yet? Yeah, this is supposed to be a song with 2 right hand positions. Miss Izzy, come on. But guess what? We haven't gotten there yet. That part right there where we stopped for this week, that will be the transition spot where our right hand will move to a new position. And in this case, it's G position, which you guys know really well already. So when we get there next week and learn that second half, you're going to be in a really good position, all right? I'm so proud of you, and I'm so proud of this progress. It's so exciting to be so close to the end of our book. Yes, it's very, very cool. Now, very good work. Go ahead and pull out your theory book, all right? Your theory book with the wizard on the front. There we go. Now, turn to page 48. You're going to laugh because it's the last page of the whole book. I told you we were almost done. You're almost into level 2. It's amazing. So on page 48, you're going to see the theory homework page that you're going to work on for this week, okay? It talks about that shift in the right hand position, okay? Look very closely at the piano maps that they give you here so you can see exactly what they're talking about. Read those directions very carefully so you don't miss anything, okay? Awesome. And if you want me to review your theory homework, make sure to be on Discord so you can do that, okay? Yay! We have reached the end of our lesson. I'm so proud of you. I know I say that all the time, but that's because I really mean it. All right, well, let's do a quick review here. I'm on Patreon. Yes. So if you are seeing your child light up at these piano lessons and they're having a blast and they're learning in a safe and fun and positive learning environment, then consider joining as a patron, right? So keeping this studio running on YouTube is my main goal here. I want to keep doing this for as long as I possibly can. And I can only do that with your help, okay? So consider joining as a patron between $5 a month and $90 a month if you're looking for some private lessons, okay? It's not a requirement to be a patron, but it's very, very greatly appreciated because you're the people that are really making this happen. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much. I guess that's it, right? Oh my gosh, we have to end with our music quote. Are you ready? All right, so our music quote today is actually kind of a nice one. My friend did the quote. She's a music teacher friend of mine. Her name is Mrs. Claire. And this is what she says. When you focus on the good gets better. Isn't that nice? Yeah, playing piano and learning piano is such a good, fun, joyful thing to do. And when you focus on that, you just get better and better. All of those little 1-second parties that you do for yourself when you learn a little section of your song, it's worth it because you're getting even closer to your goal of being able to play the piano and sound cool doing it and having fun. I hope you enjoyed that quote. I know Miss Claire really enjoys it too. All right, my friends. Well, we had a great time today. Get some good practice in, okay? And I'll see you on Discord, and I'll see you all next week, okay? Take care. Bye.